Hey.
Go Rich. Go Rich. Go Rich.
What up?
What's good? Welcome back to another Shit Talk Saturday with your Unapologetically Black Crew. Brittany, Jamal, Rich, what's up? How y'all feeling?
What's up? Man, you know, we chilling.
I lost this nigga.
Wait, you lost to him? You battled him? What?
Wow, we lost in court.
In court.
We lost in court, yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Lost in court.
Yeah.
But it's okay. There'll be times where you'll win, I'm sure. You know.
It's coming.
At some point.
Yeah. But how you been, Rich? How's your week, man?
It's been good. Hitting the gym every day like I'm supposed to. My back feels better now. So I can go back to lifting heavy like I want. Just, you know, doing normal shit now. I'm trying to make sure that I don't spend frivolous money, but, you know, save up a little bit of here and there and be chilling. How y'all doing?
I'm okay. I actually had a pretty shit week overall, but I'm okay. I've been focusing much like you on my weight loss and getting that together. Today I bought a kettlebell because I've been doing home workouts, and now I'm adding in weights and whatnot from home. Yeah, it's 10 pounds.
Okay, that's what's up. I don't have no at home weights.
Yeah.
But what I am doing is every weekend, the gym franchise that I work for, I go to different locations to see how it stacks up to our gym that I work at. And so I just did something I do with me and my business, not business partner, my workout partner. We just kind of go back and forth around it. So it's pretty fun. The one we went to today was pretty terrible. I felt some pain in my elbow, so I called it quits early. I was like, you know, you just like when you just feel like you pulled something and it's just lagging. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna call it quits today. And then but I'll finish it. Tomorrow's my rest day. So
True.
I'm good.
What's up, Trey? Thank you.
Trey with the encouragement.
What up?
This guy.
What up? We should plug in. I'll do it in the comments. I'll plug in our Instagram, man, so people can follow our journey, man.
Yeah, so for people who are listening, if you'd like to follow my weight loss journey, it is fitchick_Brit on Instagram. And for Rich and his fitness and bulk up, etc., it is fat to fit.
Yeah, fat to fit _with_Rich.
Yeah, so follow us if you'd like to follow our journeys.
I have no journey. I have no presence on Instagram. If I'm there, I'm just
in my background.
I be in
all.
What
was yours again, Brit?
Fitchick_Brit with 2 T's. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to.
So my week was cool. I mean, everything was straight. I did manage to, however, run into somebody yesterday while I was at work. You know, it was cool. He was the assistant to the mayor of the Veteran Affairs. So, he's basically he works for the governor, our new governor of Maryland, which is Wes Moore. Shout out to Wes Moore becoming the first Black governor of Maryland. So, you know, he gave me his number, told me he's going to get me squared away with all my benefits and whatnot.
Yeah, so, I believe that shit when it happens.
Hey, man, I got his number. I'm going to call up there. I know what he looked like. I know.
I got appointments next week, matter of fact, for the VA. I believe that shit when it fucking happens. Fucking VA.
Follow us on that journey, too.
Nah, y'all going to be stuck following me. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that.
But yeah, so like Jamal said, we just celebrated Westmore being in Maryland, being sworn into office. One of the first things he did, he took, I think Maryland had a $6 million, something like that, maybe more.
$45 million.
Okay,
$69 million.
Okay, all of that.
45 of it and invested it.
He invested it in the cannabis industry. So I'm like, okay, first day, I see what you're doing.
And
he took 70% of y'all's
surplus.
Unused.
It was unused.
Put it in weed. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm about to say he took 70% of the budget and bought weed. But if I take 70% of my money and buy weed, then I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So speaking of jail,
No,
that's
surplus.
actually the great thing that he did. So everybody that has felonies or that has a crime
Anything associated with weed.
ahead of that, he expunged it completely since it's legal. Why not, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that what you always ask people that you vote in the office? And that's what we said to him. Like, if weed is legal, let's do something about these people that like can't get a regular job or can't do this just because like they got a little crime, the same crime that's now legal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, it's dope. He's making history, But speaking of crime and people committing crimes, did you hear about the University of Alabama basketball star?
The dude with the hurt ego?
Darius Miles?
No.
Okay, well, he was recently arrested for the murder of a young lady, Jamea Harris. So it has recently come out that it was him and another young man. No, what is coming out, and obviously it still has to go through court, but what's coming out is that he wasn't the one who actually shot her. He provided the gun to the other guy who shot her. But it's basically it's one of those, she was uninterested. And
he didn't want to hear the word no.
Bruised ego.
Yeah.
So now
I never understood men like that. I really didn't, man. I've never really understood people
but it's just
whose feelings are so hurt that you got to go kill somebody because one chick. 3.2 billion women in this world, my fellas. 3.2 billion. One told you no, and you know what I'm saying? And if you at a university, I swear to God, there are bitches that will give you stick for free. For free.
The star of the team. I'm sure he was getting it thrown at him. Like, someone was like, yo, like, you're my dream ticket. Like, I got you, big guy. You want to cheat, go cheat. But I'm getting that ring because
somebody would be your cookie.
Somebody would have did something.
Cookie to your magic. Like,
oh, no, not cookie.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Not to laugh at the situation, but yeah, no, it kind of ties into, what we were talking about last week when we were talking about people who like rapists. It's one of those things where it's like you're really fucked up in your head to think that this one person not wanting
that was y'all I was talking to.
Yeah, Rich.
I swear to God, I thought I was talking. I thought I was talking to my wife. But, I have a terrible memory.
This is the moment where Rich admits to the rest of the podcast that he no longer knows if he's talking to anyone. He doesn't know if he watches, or if he doesn't watch when he's on. But now he doesn't know the conversations he be having.
Look, all I'm saying is that there's no guarantee that I will remember anything.
Look, there's literal witnesses to our conversation.
Cam was there. He got receipts.
All I'm saying is like, hey, y'all know my heart. It's in a good place.
That's real.
I got you. It's okay though.
I got
you. But have y'all heard last night? I want to jump right into it. Uncle Shay got into it with
the Grizzlies game? Man,
the Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I won't. What I don't understand is this, right? And this is for my people, for our people. When we have public altercations with somebody, y'all, a lot of people are quick to say that's ignorant. Why would you do that in public? Blah blah blah. Right? This is why we can't ever have nice things. But when people make up in public, because that's what they did, they had an altercation, but they made up in public. Now you quick to call them soft. Oh, now see, y'all wasn't really about that. Y'all soft. Y'all this, y'all that. It's almost like they want to complain just to complain.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand what was so wrong with making up in public. If we act a fool in public and we say, you know what, we're grown men, we shouldn't act like that. We make up in public.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it should be. Like, as loud as you were with, going off or whatever, you should be just as loud with your apology. Loud.
You know what I'm saying? And they were.
Gets the blow up.
Yeah. So, but just to go back to what it was, right? Like, y'all want to break it down for those who may not be aware?
So basically,
yeah, go ahead, Jamal.
So they were playing the game, and LeBron always has his fans, and he always got his haters. This is one of his fans, and he told him, "You're too small to check him." He looks back. One of the players looked back at Shea, and he's like, "Nah, did you see that miss?" They get into it. Now, I'm not about to tell you what they said word for word, because they only really showed you them going back and forth saying F you, and him going come on this side, see what I'm about to do.
Right, come see me.
And I don't know if y'all watch, but Uncle Shay's a big dude.
He's not a small guy.
He's not.
No, he did not used to be.
I'm actually quite surprised Skip hasn't gotten choke held across the table at any point in time.
That's separate, man. That's when
I get it. But I'm just saying, it's that level. I just don't understand how he even feels free to.
A lot of people are speculating that the show will be done soon, or Shannon will be off the show soon, and so that'll pretty much end Skip's career. For the most part, not only is Skip hella old, but a lot of people at ESPN, FS1, which is Fox Sports, no one wants to work with him.
Right.
They really just like working with him because of his antics, because of the way that he talks and belittles people, and and the fact that he's just a real big ass hater.
Yeah.
Right. So back to the story. So they about to get into it, and 3 players from the Grizzlies bench get up, and they about to. So as Ja has his people, his dad is one of them, and shout out to his dad for always being there at his games and being supportive of his son.
Right.
They're wrong. You dare to stand by your son. Not saying which way he was in the situation, but they at least came together as black men and apologized to each other publicly as the fight was. But they were about to get into it.
And then it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But I definitely thought that it was going to be some more. I thought it was going to actually get to blows. But hey. And then everyone was asking, why wasn't Shannon Sharp removed, from the game? If it was any other person, they'd have been removed. Why wasn't he removed? I was like, well, one, because he's not any other person. That's one. And what you find out is that you legit have fucking privileges when it comes to certain shit. Why is the president allowed to do shit that other people are not allowed to do? Why are cops allowed to do shit that other people aren't allowed to do? They got certain privileges, nigga. That's why. And Shannon Sharp is one of those niggas that got privileges to do shit that, just happens. He's a sports analyst. And nigga's not being removed from any goddamn game.
Exactly. It's his job to be there in a lot of cases. So
you know what I'm saying? But so that was what I seen earlier. I did hear about though. I think it was a lady that was kidnapped, or it was another sports guy who kidnapped a kid. He had retired though. He wasn't active sports. He retired or something like that.
I definitely did not hear about that.
Kid, I don't know, man. Something wrong going crazy in the world of sports. I can't say his last name, but the French guy from fucking UFC decided that he wasn't going to re-sign with them due to contract disputes, because he wanted healthcare and wanted some other important stuff.
Honestly, they deserve healthcare.
Right. They make almost shit money, compared to what they, for what they put their lives on the line for, right? And UFC is $billion corporation, so I don't want to hear shit about endorsements and UFC, and UFC makes fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah,
they got the money to pay people.
Yeah, no, they have money.
They have money on top of every single.
UFC has money.
They built Fight Island. And
they built an island in the middle of COVID. Well, not built an island, but they built on an island.
No. They decided to buy and build an island to just have it.
I mean, you can't build an island.
That's why I corrected myself. They bought an island and they built on it.
I know, but when you corrected yourself, Jamal made it seem like you were wrong for saying that.
I know.
She was
I know.
right.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, you can't build an island, just so you know.
Man-made islands are a thing, but that's not what they did, is what I'm saying. He bought a pre-existing island.
He bought an island, and then, he he essentially renovated it to be Fight Island. So when he was doing that, they have the money.
Yeah.
Oh, they absolutely have the money.
I mean, they got the money to keep bringing John Jones back. They got the money.
Oh, yeah, of course. They just
Yeah.
choose not to do what they need to do with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think anyone, MMA fighter, wrestler, like anybody who puts their body on the line, health insurance should be a part of that.
Yeah, better than a VA though.
Right.
Something better than
that's that's different. I don't know why you want to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm not.
So staying in the world of sports briefly, because Antonio Brown be showing his ass all the time, but literally this time it was not his ass. His Snapchat account has been suspended for him posting videos of the mother of his child giving him fellatio. So
meanwhile,
that's nothing new.
But he's being investigated because they're saying that he sent videos of him and the same mother to the son.
Oh, now like that should get you thrown in jail.
And it will.
I really think shit like this, like, I don't know, man. It's me. I guess it's because I like to give the benefit of the doubt. But, when they talk about CTE, concussions, and how people act up and shit like that, like, this has to be that, right? Because no sane human would do that. Like, it has to be because this nigga had taken way too many hits to the head. He gotta have CTE.
Way too much money, and he's just testing the limits of what he can and can't get away with.
So there is that level of fuckery that people have, but I also understand what Rich is saying. So
I feel like with that amount of money, bro, like there's other shit you can do to find out, like, what can I get away with?
I mean, especially when it's something with your own child, like that's
yeah.
No. They never said that it was his child. They said it was her child.
That's even worse.
It's like you saying, "Hey, look, your mama's a hoe."
Right, like, essentially. Like,
I mean, he might have. Like, you don't know what's about to come out in these court cases.
And is it? We keep saying child, but is it a child or is this kid legal or what?
Nah, so from what I read in the TMZ report, he is a child. Like, I believe 12 to 13, something like that. But it's being alleged because nothing has come out in the court yet.
Okay. Allegedly.
He's, first of all, it says to their son, not her son.
Oh, to their son.
Their son. I probably should have.
Which is even worse.
Yeah. I mean, they're both equally bad. But yes, your own child. But I don't see an age. So, and this is just me doing a quick scan, so that we're not all just sitting here in silence while my ass tries to read an article.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. The man ain't that old.
Audience gonna be like, you guys should have done your research before you started.
Right, that's okay. This is Unapologetically Black for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio,
sorry, I just ain't cussed nobody out in a while. It's been a while. I was told to work on my emotional state and my emotional feelings. So,
So his children are between 9, Izzy's age, or 8, 9, and 2. So they're all young. I'm assuming it would be the 9-year-old.
I hope so. The 2-year-old ain't gonna be like, what the fuck?
The 9-year-old's name is Autonomy.
Wow, that's a dumb name. What's up with all the celebrities giving their kids stupid names?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Apple's damn near an adult now, so it's definitely
Apple. Somebody's child name is Apple.
Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter's name is Apple.
Why?
Cam said, "Fact check: the views shown on this episode may or may not have been fully researched. They're usually."
Apple Martin is 18 years old.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Who wants to name their child Apple? What was niggas eating apple at the time?
The lead singer of Coldplay and Gwyneth Paltrow. She played Pepper Potts and Iron Man.
Yeah. But anyways,
that's who named their child Apple.
Did you hear about Alec Baldwin and the fact that he was charged with involuntary manslaughter.
So Alec Baldwin and the armorer were charged.
Oh, and the armorer. Yeah.
So
So did you hear about this when it happened on the set of so they were filming a movie, I want to say like a year or two ago, right? And the armorer presented him with the weapon that he was going to use in the scene. So he was practicing for the scene, and he was told it was an empty chamber, and he shot or pulled the trigger and ended up killing the cinematographer of the movie. So it happened in 2019.
Why was it ever loaded to begin with?
That's that. So that was my thing. He's being charged with involuntary manslaughter, and the armorer is also being charged. But I really feel like it's really heavy on the armorer, because your literal only job of that day was to be in charge of the weapons and to ensure that they were.
Who loaded this motherfucker? Like, that's my question. Are you taking guns that are being used like on a gun range and you're just gonna use those as movie props? Do we no longer have fake guns anymore that shoot for real?
The armorer's job is to bring the guns onto set, to protect them, to make sure they're handled properly. You know, that's your job. So I really feel like it's not on Alec Baldwin, because personally, if I'm an actor and I'm trusting you, who the only thing you're getting paid for today is to hand me this gun and to ensure it gets back in the box or whatever you have it in. So that is your job.
But it is always the person's responsibility who has the gun to ensure that the weapon you have is correct, operational, functional. Even if Jamal hands me a pistol, I can't just start shooting it. I got to double check it myself, even though he said, oh yeah, I cleared it, it's good. Yeah, well, we don't believe you.
That's what Jamal said to me, but I'm like, what if I don't know how to clear a gun?
Then you watch me do it.
Then they should not definitely give you a gun at all. Even if it is a movie, you should definitely know.
Prop.
You shouldn't be touching it.
You can't shoot it.
It's a prop.
Did you guys
I'm not actually
Did you guys hear the apology or the statement that the family came out of the kid who shot the teacher?
No, I did not hear.
Yes, so it wasn't an apology. Let's just point that out. It was just a statement on how, they're truly deeply sorry on what happened to the teacher and they never said her name. They said the teacher and our son. At which I felt like was, like slightly disrespectful, bitch. Like, you can say my name. Your son shot me, motherfucker.
Facts.
But they came in and they said how they always take gun safety serious, and the reason why, it may have happened is because he has mental issues and they go to school with him every day. And this is the one day that they didn't go to school with him. And, now this happens and it's something that they're going to regret for the rest of their lives. First off, motherfucker, clearly you don't take gun safety fucking serious, because this nigga was able to get to it. Let's just throw that out.
Right.
Second of all, who gives a shit if you go to school with him every single day? What does that have to do with how he was able to get the gun in the first goddamn place?
Absolutely right.
Like, who gives a shit? You being there was supposed, like, do you not check his bag before he leaves or before you get there, or what? Just today you were just like, you know what, fuck it, he'll be okay. Who dropped him off at school?
To pack his own backpack, and you didn't.
You left the kid to pack his own backpack.
His lunch box in there, nothing.
Nothing. You ain't make no snacks. You ain't make shit. You just said, fuck it, send his little ass to school.
Same bag he came home with yesterday.
You just let them put it on their own bag and just carry it out? Because I usually grab the bags out the house. Like, I got your book bag in my hand.
Now my kids take their bag out, like they carry it out themselves. But I see what's in it. One, because if it doesn't look as thin as it's supposed to, because you little niggas not doing work. So it's really thin, but I make your lunch. So I watch you put your lunch in your bag.
Right.
I physically watched
and
you
then,
put it.
I did it myself.
I physically watch you. And as a gun owner, you should always be paying attention as to where your gun is. Every time, I don't care if nothing's happening. I always make sure I go to my safe and be like, oh, okay, it's good. Like, it hasn't been tampered with. All right, bet. Like, I'm checking the shit a lot of times throughout the day just to double check and make sure that no one has gotten to it without my notes, without me paying attention or whatever.
fingerprints on there, bro. They don't want to hear, well, how'd your gun wind up here? I don't know. I was in the house all day. But your gun is here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's super generic. And it's Julian actually on Friday at school. He goes to school on the base, the Air Force, the Joint Air Force. Anyways, he goes to school on the base, and he is in kindergarten. And he said there's one little boy who's one of his friends who's like an overachiever. Essentially, he's the first to be done with everything. He jumps up. He's like teacher's pet. And there's another kid on Friday who told him, I'm going to go home and get a gun and I'm going to come back and shoot you. And Julian overheard it and he was like, well, that's kind of dumb. Like, what if you were just walking down the street and I decided to hit you in the head with a shovel? He's like, he's not doing anything to deserve that. So anyways, he had to make a statement with the principal and all of that. But it's what happened to that teacher is really close to us. You know what I mean? So like that was Virginia, right? And we're not far. So like to hear that other 6-year-olds are having conversations like that is like, what is happening?
Hey, I'd have told him, hey, you ain't gonna make it home because I'm about to beat your ass right here, right now. I swear to God, bro. You're not making it home. I'm about to beat your ass right here, right now.
All right, Goku Jr. got this. So speaking of Virginia, did you hear about the lieutenant that got stopped, racially profiled, and maced in the face?
This is a little wild. Yeah.
This happened a few years ago, but I seen that he was awarded only like $3,000 out of the $1 million claim that he had put in.
$3,000.
$3,000. That's crazy. Like, I'm not saying get the man the whole million, but you could have came closer than $3,000. Like, shit. If anything, he deserved $1 million more than he deserved $3,000. Like, keep it a buck. Y'all stopped him for no reason. You seen that he wasn't doing anything wrong. You have it on video of him being racially profiled, not saying he did anything wrong. Like, what did you stop him for? You stopped him for nothing. He was getting gas.
Nothing. And when you found out who he was, you didn't do shit. Oh, when you found out who he was, you didn't say, oh, you know what, my bad, you know, or whatever. You were just like, no, fuck it, you're black. Who gives a shit?
I respect your...
You committed to being an asshole that day.
Absolutely. You stuck to it. You stuck to your guns. Like, this was someone who deserved better. Like, I'm not saying you deserve to bow down at the feet of every person in uniform in the military, but you deserve to at least treat them with some respect if you stop them. The guy was being nice. He was being kind. He was being respectful. There was nothing he did to make you want to pull out your pepper spray and go, I'm going to spray you today. I don't get it.
You just mad because you're a fat ass cop who couldn't join the military and he's a fucking lieutenant in the fucking service.
Yeah. This is what you
one
did.
Of those, I almost joined, but ass niggas.
But something stopped me. Yeah, it's called courage.
Yeah.
Courage stopped me from joining.
Oh, yeah, I would have joined, but I'd have beat up my drum instructor. Shut up, bitch. No, you wouldn't.
So I wasn't gonna let nobody talk to me like that in the face. Come on, dog. You let your girlfriend talk to you like that every day.
Every day.
But y'all complaining because the sergeant would have said something in your face.
Your fat ass Becky wife does that shit every day.
Well, speaking of girlfriends, I don't know if you saw the news, but Krishan Rock is pregnant.
So she says.
She says she's pregnant. Blueface says that's not my baby. Just straight up, that's not my baby.
He never said that she's not pregnant. He said that ain't my baby.
Yeah. Well, what he said is he said it's not my baby. He said I'm going to get a DNA test before I believe. Before I believe that that's my baby. Which, I mean,
that's his baby. And you want to know how I know that's his baby? Because she wouldn't.
Because the bitch is crazy.
If she had any doubt that it was his baby. She knows. You can only get pregnant like 5 days out of the month. Like, it's literally like 1 week out of the month. She knows that's his fucking baby. And she's keeping that baby because that's her fucking meal ticket.
You have your face. You have his face.
But what's crazy is she's her own, like,
his face on her
own
tooth,
superstar.
her neck, his name across her vagina.
But it's not like she needs him. She's her own celebrity. Like,
yeah, no, it's not. She needs him. It's not a need at this point. It's an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah. I
It
watched
is.
the video over again about her, how her family like pretty much jumps him,
Yeah.
when they're out in public, and I'm just like, this is sad, like all the way around, the whole family.
Beat up his
Super.
And
mother.
not to make fun of people from
Sister,
Baltimore,
yeah,
but
she did fight his sister, and his mother. Cam said she got pregnant before the Baddies reunion. I hope she doesn't go. I don't know. She may or may not go. But I recently also saw, like, they've been all over, like, the place, right? They've been doing a lot of interviews. There's been a lot of, like, just a lot of toxicity. But I don't know. I hope that this pregnancy calms her down.
I'm telling y'all, they built different out of Baltimore, dog. I don't know if it's gonna calm her down. There's something in the water out there.
But I
Baltimore
also
is
know,
like
yeah,
its
they have their own
separate
show.
third world. All right. If you've seen The Wire and you know what I'm talking about from The Wire, that's what Shorty from. Baltimore and the rest of Maryland are two different things. All right.
Hey, Maurice gonna jump on here. Don't get him started.
But
Hey, man,
Maurice
Mo
knows
can
it's
step
true
up,
though.
and I tell Mo the same goddamn thing to his face. All right.
Maurice had to get on the MARC train and then the metro to get to our house. Okay.
Maurice
If
got
he was
stopped.
in Maryland, he wouldn't have to do all that. He's in Baltimore. There's a difference.
Yes. When you have to do that to get from one side of Maryland to the other side of Maryland, which he got stopped, by the way, by a dude trying to shoot a shot.
Yeah.
Shorty, unsuccessfully,
So he was running
and
late.
wasting his time.
He missed the train because of that. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I just hope that however this works out for her and for them, that it does its thing. But I'm gonna say now, on January 21st, 2023, that's his baby. So however that works out, and however this ages, I'm gonna definitively say that now, because she's not dumb. She might be crazy, but she's not fucking dumb. Like,
hey, so
period. And I feel like every nigga, like Blueface just turned 26. I feel like every nigga who's like already on the fence about the relationship is gonna say that's not my fucking baby. Like, they already didn't want to be in that. He offered her money to get out of it. Like, he didn't want to be in that. And now here we are. It's his baby.
Speaking of here we are, did you hear about Young Miami, on her show when she was talking to Trina?
Nah.
So P. Diddy started trending. P-E-E Diddy. But only
Lord.
she admitted to liking golden showers. So once she admitted to liking golden showers, the internet went wild with it. He never came out and said, yo, I be peeing on Shorty or anything. It's just, she said, I like it.
So now he's going by P. Diddy.
Now the internet knows him as P. Diddy all over again.
Right.
Bad boys for life.
What's his name now? Like Love?
Brother Love.
Brother Love is his like a name now. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Jesus
Brother
Christ.
Love got out here celebrating their golden showers.
They go together.
Real bad. Bad boys for life.
Stop. But then lastly, the last little piece of news of the week that
Like
I have heard.
High note.
Yeah, right. So Don Lewis, and I don't know if you know who Don Lewis is, but that is Carol Baskin's husband.
Fucking Baskins.
From Tiger King. He was found alive and well in Costa Rica. So she did not kill him. So while the entire world, after Tiger King came
Carol
out,
Baskins
accused her
husband, whack though.
Hey, all I'm saying,
didn't happen.
Maybe next time she should keep better check of her husband, and niggas won't think she did.
So listen,
it wasn't just
would
that.
She keep better track of her husband, or did she get away with her husband leaving her, and then she put in the will?
In the case of my disappearance,
I get the money.
He left her. Went to Costa Rica.
She took the money. She got something out of the
divorce. She got $6 million.
And then capped the stuff.
I feel like that could have been done a lot easier, bro. You could have just gave her $6 million and just left.
No,
I feel like this whole plan could have been done a lot easier.
So I mean, there was still some. I still think there was some scamming and scheming in there on her part, but
Absolutely.
She didn't kill him. So,
but would you give up $6 million to your wife and leave her? Like, if shit was going bad, and I'm not saying this wife, Brittany, who I know is watching.
Oh, my boy Latu, what up?
Oh, I was really like, what is your brother?
So, funny story, right? Latu is a guy that I served in the Marine Corps with. Big ass dude. I mean, big as shit. Gentle as fuck. When I say gentle, giant, that's fucking Latu. Well, he also fights. He fights as well. And one of the greatest, like, I swear to God, like one of the greatest brawlers I've ever seen. My man is fucking nice here. So y'all be sure to catch his fights. We have a thing called blood striping in the Marine Corps. When you get promoted to NCO, then you get your red stripe on the side of your pants. But what we do is you pretty much get hit or kneed in the leg until your leg bruises. Well, I got promoted to corporal. Instead of just kneeing me until my leg bruised, Latu was like, I'm just going to hit you once. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, I'm like 130 pounds. Latu was probably like 180 at the time. Dude roundhouse kicks me right in my fucking knee. My shit buckles. I fall straight to the ground. I didn't even give a shit about my leg turning fucking blue or purple because the bitch wouldn't work after a while. Because I felt like I had a torn ACL. But no, it was all fun. It was all fun, man. We had great times, man.
We just get punched in the chest when you put the new pen on, dog. It ain't even as bad as y'all.
Oh man, bro, we got so much shit that they like are not supposed to do, like getting your wings. And it's the same as being pinned, where when you get pinned and you know how it's sticky in the back, like a big ass, like a safety pin, or like putting a pin on a shirt. Well, instead of putting the backs on, you have to walk around with no backs on for at least 24 hours. And everyone gets to jab you in your chest until, to congratulate you. So essentially what happened is like you can be bleeding from your chest because you have two pins stuck in your chest because people keep hitting that same spot over and over again. They did it, if you've ever seen a documentary about motherfuckers getting their wings, like parachutes, jumping out, and when they pin them, they legit, like, they do it, and then they like legit just like scrape back and forth on their chest, and motherfuckers just bleeding everywhere. Oh, it's terrible. Absolute terrible. So.
And yet you can't believe that Don Lewis just took off and just got the money. And Carol got the money. But y'all just do that to each other for fun. Real skeptical there, my guy.
Yikes. But yeah, that was top news for the week.
Yeah.
Not much more.
I mean, I got one story. Well, no.
Nah, we don't care about your stories. I lie. We care.
Wow.
We care.
Look,
because Jamal's not going to tell y'all, and Jamal is more gentle than I am, right? And I don't really give a shit if y'all don't like me. Anime Court is for Patreon members only, okay? So if you're not a Patreon member or subscriber, we don't really care about your comments and or how you want things to be structured. You want a certain structure? Become a fucking Patreon subscriber. However, even becoming a Patreon subscriber does not mean you dictate how the show fucking runs. Okay? It doesn't. It means that you get a say-so in the voting. The voting only. All right? You don't like the judge, no one gives a shit. You're not, unless you want to come on and be a Unapologetically Black Crew member, we don't give a shit that you don't like the judge. So let's keep our comments and our statements to that of the debate.
Just to spite you.
That's hilarious. I'm going to drop our link tree in the comment section. I'll also put it in the description so that you guys can become Patreon members.
However, we do appreciate all the feedback that we've been getting on Anime. Of
course.
This was a whim. We've been trying to like work this out, put this together. This has been a passion project of mine and Rich's for like a minute. I came to him with the idea. Rich said, yo, that sounds great. Let's put this together. And like we look forward to putting together more anime court for y'all. Like it was really fun. Like despite
we got plenty of episodes lined up for you guys, but
topics to debate. We did apply for a spot at BlurCon, so hopefully we get it, and hopefully y'all come out, like come see us do anime,
and we can do anime court live.
Yeah,
we'll take a fan suggestion on poll if they give it to us, and then we'll just let y'all decide like which special we do. Come see us do it. Y'all can be front row yelling at us like, Rich, you suck. Jamal, you ain't arguing right. Let me get up there. Like, come trash talk us. Come support us on. Like, come do your thing. Just come do it on Patreon though.
But you got to come to BlurCon in order to do so.
Yeah.
Because we definitely gonna be there. It was a lot of fun last year. Like, we met a lot of people. This year we planning on doing interviews. We got some questions lined up. Man, should we look into a giveaway?
We're definitely thinking about doing a giveaway for BlurCon. So that's also going to be Patreon exclusive.
We're going to dig in the Rich's pocket, see what he got out there.
Exactly. Just some lint, maybe a piece of gum.
We'll see.
Got in there.
We'll see. Get like a stale Cheeto or something, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so on top of Patreon, please subscribe to Patreon, get all of our exclusive content. Anime Court will be there, but there will also be other interviews that I'm doing, one-on-one, some solo interviews with some really dope-ass people.
We are dragging Brad from what's happening out. Like, y'all get to meet Brad. He is just every bit as great in person. He will be there doing interviews, hopefully with Brittany, while we do Anime Court, kind of counteracting.
I mean, yeah, I was talking about subscribing to Patreon.
Oh, no,
you went right back to BlurCon. But anyways, yes. And like, follow, and subscribe on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube, obviously. Like and comment on our YouTube. I think that's all I got. Until next time. Tuesday, we're talking about generational trauma and PTSD in the Black community.
Spanking y'all been given. We're gonna get into.
We're gonna talk about it.
Them extension cord whippings, them Hot Wheel tracks y'all been hit with, them bruises y'all went to school with. We seen it.
I mean, and then on top of that, the whole taboo of
that uncle that you can't talk about or don't. I'm not allowing my child to go over there because such and such gonna be there. Well, why'd you avoid him? Like, why didn't you tell the cops about your brother or about this stuff going on? So we're gonna get into it.
There's a lot.
That's gonna sound spicy as fuck. I ain't gonna even.
Yeah.
I like it spicy.
And we're gonna work in a gentle parenting episode somehow. We're gonna work that in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Rich been watching his Hulu.
Right. No,
Brittany's been watching it and been talking to me about it. That's what's been happening.
Yeah, we have a lot of great content, but we always have great content. That's why you guys are here, right?
We look forward to the new year with you guys.
So yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay unapologetically Black. Have a good night. Go.